All right, y'all. I decided to share my pregnancy story and take y'all along the journey for the rest of it. To my knowledge, I'm about 10 weeks. But anywho, to my knowledge. Anywho. So yeah. Me and Dad met on this, we're not gonna talk about that. But anywho, we weren't together, but we were together, but we weren't together, if you know what I mean. He figured we were together in a relationship, but I was like, ain't nobody say nothing, so can't assume. But anywho, he was like, yeah, I thought we were together. But anywho, so I went over to his house. I was kind of making it hard for him, I ain't gonna lie, because I like, we technically not in a relationship, so what are we doing here? But yeah, I would chill with him on my off days, and he'll take me out to the most beautiful places. Like, he took me to a waterfall, and it was like half frozen. That shit was so fucking beautiful. Baby, blew my motherfucking mind. And like, he took me to like, what was it, the Garden of the Gods, and it's just a few different places, baby. And I was just along for the ride, And then, we finally did the first time. And he was like, yeah, that didn't count. That was foreplay. I was like, how was that foreplay? That was penetration. That wasn't foreplay. All right. We're going to fast forward a little bit. I started, like, acting a little flaky. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to give him another chance. And, it went from there. We started talking again, like we hooked up again, and he decided he wanted to take the condom off because he wanted to know what it felt like. At that moment, I knew I fucked up. And I was like, no, put the condom back on. And he was like, hold on. And I was like, no. And then he was like, I didn't know I nutted. I'm like, how the fuck are you a grown man and you didn't know that you came? And he was like, I was in denial. I was like, so you set me up? And he was like, nah, it's just, he was like, I didn't know. I'm gonna let him tell his side later, y'all. But that was interesting. And lo and behold, I stopped fucking with him again. Yep, because I felt all them bitches on him. I'm like, no, I'm not about to be fucking you and you community dick. And so anywho, I don't know if he stopped fucking with them hoes or not. We went through our little shit, but he ended up moving away. Not too long after that. I was like, man, because I was giving him hell because I felt other females on his energy, and I was like, what the fuck you think this is? You're not about to be talking to them bitches and be fucking with me. And like, damn it, every day we would talk, we would argue. And I was like, you know what? All right, bet. So I just pulled my energy back, and I was like, I'm not about to fight with you. I'm not about to, because you doing too much and not enough at the same time. So as soon as I pulled my energy back, and I was like, man, something is not right with me. And I text him like the next day, and when I said I wasn't gonna fuck with him, I text him the next day, and I was like, my period still hasn't came. He was like, okay, you want me to go get you a test? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I'm probably not gonna make it before you go to sleep for work or whatnot, so we can meet up tomorrow or whatnot. So he picked me up the next day, and like like, we didn't really do no talking. He just gave me the test, and I went to his place and used it. I'm gonna have to ask him about it, because I'm like, would you have let me taking it somewhere else? But anywho, I went to his place, and I peed on it, and it was one of them first response, them true, yeah. Oof. It was one of them first response boys. So I was like, I haven't actually, I think I had like a period tracker, and it was like, yeah, it's a little late, but don't worry. If it doesn't come by this day, then you should be worried. And I was like, I'm worried before then. So that's what we took the test before then. And that bitch lit up like a Christmas tree. Like a motherfucking Christmas tree. When I tell you, the line, you know, you have the positive line and then you have the test line. Baby, I watched the P go across, and the positive line showed up clear as day, and way before the test line showed up. The test line was fucking faded. So I was like, maybe it's a default or whatever. But we read the paper that came with the pregnancy test, and it was like, nah, sometimes the test line will be faded, but it's all right. And I was still in denial. So I didn't get help. Like by then, it was at least about 5-6 weeks. But that was like 5-6 weeks. You know how they add the 2 weeks on or whatever. So it was 4 weeks from conception plus the 2 weeks. So anywho, I was in denial. I'm like, nah. Then the morning, like damn near as soon as I took that pregnancy test, the night sickness hit me like fucking crazy. Throwing up right and left. Couldn't keep shit down. Like when I said them babies picky, they picky. Like I would sit here and try to fucking, speaking of, let me go get this ginger ale.